or an oyster jetty that might be on one of the piers that you would see right outside here. Over 50% of our exhibits focus on the Chesapeake Bay. One of the things in this area is talking about marine biodiversity. Wanted to introduce you to a number of our lab programmers. This is our programming staff. You see that they're wearing blue lab coats. This is part of our structured laboratories that Catherine would actually show you what to do. We're in yellow now, the cool tools sector, and we talk about all of the technology and the computers and the equipment that the scientists in this building use. We have 4 sophisticated Olympus light microscopes. This is the outside of our walk-through cell. This is a cell magnified 3 million times. The outside as well as the inside are actual representations of what an outside of a cell would look like, including the virus, a flu virus that's attacking the cell. You can touch it if you'd like. No, it's not Jonah and the whale. It is a 45-foot-long rockfish. You know, rockfish are really big around here. They're big for the Chesapeake Bay, and they're also a major focus of the research here at Columbus Center, trying to figure out a better way to breed rockfish in captivity.
And you can see all this and more tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, grand opening 11 o'clock. You can come to the Hall of Exploration. There's much to see. I'm Tim Tuden, live inside of the Columbus Center. Back to you, Verge.
All right, Tim, thank you.
Started long before any construction began. Like many big projects, it was a long time coming.
3, 2, 1, we're into the ground.
October of 1992. 10 years after the first proposal, a long-awaited groundbreaking. The scale model promised glorious things ahead, and finally, in 1995, the mock building is a reality. Scientists and tons of equipment are moved into the Columbus Center.
3, 2, 1.
The project that began in the heads of dreamers and planners years before can now be touched. A dream come true for experts in the world of science and for those who will follow in their footsteps.
To actually see DNA cells like this is extraordinary. I thought I'd never see it.
Student scientists get to work with real ones on real experiments. But much of the building the public never got to enjoy until now with the opening of the Hall of Exploration.
I come from just outside, in the waters of Chesapeake Bay.
While 80% of the 257,000 square foot center is dedicated to research, the Hall of Exploration is an interactive exhibit planned solely for the education and enjoyment of the public. And it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. At 6 o'clock, continuing coverage of tomorrow's grand opening of the Columbus Center. We'll tell you how the center will bring big bucks and tourists to the growing harbor area. That's ahead on 11 News at 6.
Well, Baltimore's newest tourist attraction will be opening in less than 24 hours. It's called the Columbus Center. And not only is there plenty for tourists and locals to see and touch, but it's being billed as an economic shot on the arm for Baltimore. Tim Tuten has been adding up the possible benefits for the city, and he now joins us live from the Columbus Center. Tim, I see you're a professor now.
Absolutely. Been around long enough to earn a lab jacket, Rob. This is being built as a place of family fun and entertainment. It is also a magnet the city hopes will draw plenty of folk to downtown Baltimore. The Columbus Center is more than flash and fish. It's believed to be an economic diamond in the rough.
That's going to be another great attraction for us in the Inner Harbor, and will help us in marketing our whole tourism industry.
Already it appears that tourists are eager to learn what the Columbus Center is all about.
Because I'm going into the field of nursing. So if it has DNA structure and everything else, it'd be a nice thing to tour and look at.
Baltimore is hoping tourists will look, spend, and stay a while.
I said, I don't know if it really attracts too many more tourists, but it'll probably keep tourists around longer.
The city is banking on the Hall of Exploration alone to bring in some $17 million a year and new tourism dollars. Add to that, another $3 million in taxes for city coffers. The Columbus Center will also attract jobs. More than 400 employees will be hired to run the center. Another 700 people could find work indirectly. Altogether, the center's annual payroll will be about $32 million a year. For now, the city is just hoping that first impressions are lasting. And first impressions are lasting. This is a human cell. I'm learning about it. I really am. I'm Tim Tuden, live in the Hall of Exploration. Back to you, Rod Daniels.
Looks like a large crab to me, but okay, Tim. You're the professor. Thank you very much. Tim Tootin live. Again, the Columbus Center grand opening starts at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. The Hall of Exploration opens to the public at 11. The Columbus Center is located at Pier 5 along Pratt Street in the Inner Harbor.
So we have a Columbus Center. How about a monument by the same name? A colossal statue of the great explorer needs a home, and some local businessmen want that home to be Baltimore. Now, to give you an idea how big this statue is, here is the Baltimore's World Trade Center building downtown. It's 395 feet tall. The Statue of Liberty, 305 feet tall. The Columbus statue is 306 feet tall. Now, the 1,200-ton monument is being stored in St. Petersburg, Russia. It's simply waiting for a city in the United States to accept it. Florida, New York, and Ohio have already said no thanks.
Here, the weather is miserable, but should be pointed out that the opening ceremonies are going to be held in the tent here. So basically all you have to do is to come down and make it through the rain. And for the public, it will be open at 11 o'clock this morning. I just walked in a few minutes ago, and I'll tell you what, it is fantastic in here. This is the grand opening, the first day of the Hall of Exploration. You want to know what it's like? Well, we've got a tour for you. And the man to take us on that tour, here's Tim Tootin.
Well, Tim, this is Columbus Center's Hall of Exploration. This is where we bring the science that takes place in this building and, more importantly, the scientists to life.
Can we take a tour?
We'd love to show you. This was recreated from Cunningham Falls, which is in Frederick County, Maryland.
Local.
Local, yes, absolutely. And no marine science center would be complete without water. We also have a recreation of an oyster bar or an oyster jetty that might be on one of the piers that you would see right outside here. Over 50% of our exhibits focus on the Chesapeake Bay. One of the things in this area is talking about marine biodiversity. Wanted to introduce you to a number of our lab programmers. This is our programming staff. You see that they're wearing blue lab coats. This is part of our structured laboratories that Catherine would actually show you what to do. We're in yellow now, the cool tools sector, and we talk about all of the technology and the computers and the equipment that the scientists in this building use. We have 4 sophisticated Olympus light microscopes. This is the outside of our walk-through cell. This is a cell magnified 3 million times. The outside as well as the inside are actual representations of what an outside of a cell would look like, including the virus, a flu virus that's attacking the cell. You can touch it if you'd like. No, it's not Jonah and the whale. It is a 45-foot-long rockfish. You know, rockfish are really big around here. They're big for the Chesapeake Bay, and they're also a major focus of the research here at Columbus Center, trying to figure out a better way to breed rockfish in captivity.
Tim Tootin, WBAL 11 News.
You're looking at a live shot inside now, and you can see not a lot of activity going on, but the most important thing, that it is dry inside. Opening ceremonies, as I mentioned before, began at 9:55 this morning, and it will be open for the public at 11 o'clock through 5 o'clock this afternoon, all kinds of activities. This is for the entire family, this Hall of Exploration. This has been a long time in coming, the Columbus Center, and if you're going to be down here for opening ceremonies, yeah, you're going to get a little bit wet when you come to the building, but opening ceremonies, which were scheduled to be outside, are going to be held in the tent, so everyone should be dry. A big day for Baltimore, yet another major attraction for downtown Baltimore here at the Columbus Center. And you know, I think I'm like everyone else when we drove by and we see this building as it's been being built over the years, the building with the tent roof there. Now we know what it's all about. We saw that through Tim Tootin, and it opens today. Open to the public at 11 o'clock this morning. For the next half hour, Dina and Mark, I'm going to be inside where it is dry. I'm Rob Roblin reporting live in downtown Baltimore.
Good. You can lose the umbrella for a little while. Thanks,
That's
Rob.
right.
We'll check in with Rob a little bit later this morning and find out more about the Columbus Center, what you can expect to see in the years to come.
Good stuff for the Inner Harbor area, because
Definitely.
now you've got 2 science things. You've got the Science Center and the Columbus Center, and you've got the the aquarium and all kinds of stuff. When they get the constellation back, it'll really be
right.
really
They make it fun to learn because it is interactive. You can go in there and touch stuff.
Awesome.
It's great.
Neat stuff downtown Baltimore. Bring an umbrella today if you're going anywhere outside because it's going to be kind of wet. Now this is just kind of the rain we're having this morning is just kind of like the opening curtain.
Well, how would you like to get up close and personal with one of the ocean's most misunderstood predators, the shark?
As long as there's some glass there, it'd be okay. Larger-than-life underwater adventures are the main attraction at the Columbus Center's Hall of Exploration. Rob Roblin joins us once again live from the new Columbus Center. Rob?
You know, with that intro, Mark and Dina, I thought you were talking about me.
A shark?
Or creature or something. This is really a fantastic place, you know. And first of all, you see where I'm standing right here. We're just going to walk around a little bit. There's no way that we can show you everything. But this is the entrance here, and you can see how impressive it is. And as you walk in, it says, "Welcome to the Columbus Center Halls of Exploration," and it is fantastic. And right around, you come up and you touch a screen, and you can find out all kinds of things. It's a beautiful, beautiful building. And as soon as you walk upstairs, you learn, you know, and interesting stuff. You think you know a lot? Well, I don't think I know a lot. I know I don't know a lot, but it talks about water right here. You come in here and you look, the blue planet, you drink it every day. It covers 70% of the planet. This is Cunningham Falls. Well, it's not really Cunningham Falls. One of my favorite places of all time, Cunningham Falls. You can see the water falling, and it is beautiful. Of course, you can walk inside, get all kind of displays and everything. This is the giant rockfish. We in Maryland love the rockfish. Man, this is a nice rockfish. And of course, inside, we can't do that right now, but we're going to show you as the morning goes on and the day goes on, all kinds of things going on here. I told you a few moments ago where you can just walk up and you can just touch one of the screens, and then that's all you got to do. It takes a few seconds, and you learn all kinds of things. It's fantastic. These are all over the place. You learn about DNA, all kinds of interesting things. See here?
In the waters of Chesapeake Bay, I have a few hundred million
Can you hear it?
living here too. We're a long line of microbes dating back about 3.5 billion years.
Someone just said earlier that I guess it's raining outside, and we've got a camera outside to show you. We don't have to tell you that. I guess this is apropos for the opening of a hall like this, that it is raining outside, and activities began at like 9:55 this morning. There's a tent outside, so everything will be inside, activities as far as that's concerned. For the public, 11 o'clock this morning, people will be able to come inside where I am right now, standing and dry, and it is fantastic. This is for the entire family. Another of the many jewels for Baltimore in the Inner Harbor. Giant cell here. Giant cell, guys. Fantastic, I'm telling you. I bet you wish you were down here.
I sure do.
I was there last week.
It's really neat. It really is.
Yeah, we were down there last Friday.
Were you?
Rob, for the big grand opening,
Yeah.
the big gala opening. It was fascinating. You can
Yeah.
walk around and see all kinds of different
Yeah, I know.
displays. And
You just learn just walking around.
Exactly.
And I've got a lot to learn.
So
Find
do
out
I.
how much
So
you
we.
don't know.
Right. What do they say? The more you learn, the more you realize you don't know.
That's right.
All right, thanks, Rob. We'll check in with you a little bit later this morning. Lots to see down there.
Yeah, and early on in my childhood, I aspired to be a marine biologist.
Did you?
Instead
What happened?
I chose TV news.
Well, here we are. You can
Now
mix
you can
the two.
combine the two.
That's right. That's right.
There and everything. Isn't it amazing how the computer has changed the way museums are laid out now with
Yes.
all the touch screens and the investigative this, that, and the other thing? But you know,
Really
it's
a lot
still
of fun.
fascinating for kids, especially to walk through a fish, or walk through a heart, or go through the brain. You know, those big mock-ups.
pretty neat
Kids
for
are going
adults,
to
too.
love it.
Yeah.
Kids are going to eat it.
Yeah.
Well, we're all kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. At heart. Let's take a look outside.
Rob?
Well, Dina and Mark, you're exactly right. We're outside, and you can see it is not a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It is raining outside, but the good news is there's a tent that's right over there, and a lot of the ceremonies will be held at the tent, so you won't get wet. And, of course, for the public, it's at 11 o'clock, and people can come in and look at the Columbus Center's Hall of Exploration. It is beautiful inside. Hey, it's wet out here. Let's go to our shot inside, and you can see it is fantastic. I'm telling you, folks, it's really something to see. The Columbus Center has been a long time in coming, but it's here. It's opening today. Donna Hamilton has more.
3, 2, 1. We're into the ground.
October of 1992, 10 years after the first proposal, a long-awaited groundbreaking. The scale model promised glorious things ahead, and finally, in 1995, the mock building is a reality. Scientists and tons of equipment are moved into the Columbus Center.
3, 2, 1.
The project that began in the heads of dreamers and planners years before can now be touched. A dream come true for experts in the world of science and for those who will follow in their footsteps.
To actually see DNA cells like this is extraordinary. I thought I'd never see it.
Student scientists get to work with real ones on real experiments. But much of the building the public never got to enjoy until now with the opening of the Hall of Exploration.
I come from just outside, in the waters of Chesapeake Bay.
While 80% of the 257,000 square foot center is dedicated to research, the Hall of Exploration is an interactive exhibit planned solely for the education and enjoyment of the public. Donna Hamilton, 11 News.
And of course, the Hall of Exploration opens today. It is the grand opening. You're looking at a live shot. Of course, this is the lobby when you come in. It is a beautiful building, and it's very, very interesting. Donna just mentioned in her report, interactive displays throughout the Hall of Exploration. Of course, tremendous research going on inside the Columbus Center. It is a beautiful structure, and there is so much to learn. And come on down today, folks. It really is something fantastic to see. It's interesting. All kind of exhibits that just show you all kinds of things about water. Talking about water, it is miserable outside. It's going to be raining, according to John, most of the day today, and it's going to be nice, though. You're going to get wet going inside, but once again, open to the public at 11 o'clock, and for people with the opening ceremonies, it's going to be under a tent. Great day for Baltimore today. Come on down. I'm Rob Roblin reporting live in downtown Baltimore.
Looks like it's more than worth the trip to weather the elements here to go down there and check that out. I think I'm going. Thanks, Rob.
Come on down.
Yes.
All right.
All right, here's John Collins with another look at our soggy forecast for this Saturday.
With more. Good morning,
Mark,
Rob.
Dina, look at this. Hey, have you seen anything like this? In the middle of a kaleidoscope, one of the many interactive exhibits here at the Hall of Exploration. Listen to the music. This is fantastic. I don't think I've ever been live in a situation like this before. Isn't this wild? We got all the gadgets back at the station. Nothing like this. This is a very, very interesting, fantastic place to come and visit. Open to the... Man, look at that. Ooh, reminds me of the 60s. Wow, look at that. Remember back then we used to get all of these things? Ooh, dude, that's heavy, huh? 60s and 70s. I don't remember it. I'm too young, of course. But it is fantastic. So much to see, so much to do. You know, and I'm an old guy, Carol Bossert, and of course you're the director of the Hall of Exploration. And I'm down here like a 6-year-old child, having fun, walking in and out, and that's what it's all about, isn't it?
Absolutely. That's what we want to do, to inspire people of your age as well as youngsters to realize that science is fun.
It is so much fun, and everywhere you walk around and everywhere you go, there's just something to learn and see. This is fantastic. Tell me what this is, please.
This is our walk-through cell.
Okay.
This is a cell just like the one that would be in your cheek that's expanded 3 million, cheek right there, 3 million times.
Now this is, once again, you walk up, touch the screen.
I'm trying to understand how rockfish
we're going to try to, see, we've got to hear you, isn't it?
won't lay eggs in captivity, so it's important for aquaculture to figure out how to switch on
And these are scientists all of these are done. The scientists are doing scientific work here, right?
Yes, absolutely. This woman that you just heard is not an actress. She is a scientist at the Center of Marine Biotechnology. And what we want to do with all of our exhibits and programs is to make their work seem more relevant to the people of
Let's
Baltimore.
walk over here and just look a little bit. That's so neat. You know, and I want everybody to see your face so we know what we're doing. I'm sorry. We're just, this is the cell. I love this.
Yes.
Everybody loves this.
Yes, this is the outside of a cell as if it were 3 million times life size. And in fact, cells aren't just smooth objects. They have a lot of different textures and feels. And we want visitors to the Hall of Exploration to use all of their senses: sight, sound, touch.
Now, of course, I was saying that opening ceremonies begin at 9:55 this morning, and the public can come in today beginning at 11 o'clock.
That's correct.
You know, I was talking to some other people. This is about fun.
Yes, absolutely. You know, science for so many years has really gotten a bad rap. You know, you don't have to take a test to come to the Columbus Center.
and you learn and you don't even know it.
That's
It's
right.
fun. Thank you,
That's
Carol,
right.
very,
Thank
very
you.
much. So much to see, so much to do. Come on down despite the weather. I know it's raining outside, but it is fantastic. It is beautiful inside. Oh, there it is outside. We got our cameraman outside, Mr. Bo Kershaw, standing in the rain, Bo. And it's so nice and dry inside. Of course, I'll be standing the next half hour in the rain with him. Everywhere you go, I'm telling you, everywhere you go, you can just push on a screen and you learn something. Oh, Larry, come over here. I'm sorry. Look over here. Look here, guys. Let me see. Get it.
Welcome aboard the Mini V. We're setting sail on a voyage of discovery.
That's neat.
That's my friend Ashley, and this is me. I'm Danielle.
I'm not going to talk anymore. I'm going to watch this. You guys watch it with me. See you a little bit later on.
Dr. Bill Jones from the
It's all
Center
about
of
discovery.
Marine Biotechnology.
All right.
What are you going to look at?
We've probably heard about the new movie Volcano erupting on the big screen these days, but in Hawaii, it's the real thing that has folks lining up to watch Columbus Center outside. To tell us more about what's happening inside today, Rob.
Exactly right, and we're outside, and the beauty of it, it has stopped raining, but the opening ceremonies are going on inside in the tent right now, and we want to show you this shot instead of going inside to let you know if you're not here, you're missing out, because the folks inside are dry, and even we're dry outside. You're hearing the Frederick Douglass Marching Band, children from the Park School inside, opening ceremonies just beginning a few minutes ago for the Columbus Center, the grand opening today for the Hall of Exploration. We want to go to a shot inside now to show you how beautiful it is. We've been showing you all morning how nice it is, and it is a fantastic place. Of course, outside you're hearing the grand opening music. Inside, people are mulling around, looking, getting ready, because it is open to the public at 11 o'clock this morning. Now, we're going to talk about how much it costs to go in a little bit later on, but we want to talk about the economic impact that the Columbus Center is going to have on Baltimore City. More with that, here's Tim Tootin.
The Columbus Center is more than flash and fish. It's believed to be an economic diamond in the rough.
It's going to be another great attraction for us in the Inner Harbor, and will help us in marketing our whole tourism industry.
Already it appears that tourists are eager to learn what the Columbus Center is all about.
Because I'm going into the field of nursing. So if it has DNA structure and everything else, it'd be a nice thing to tour and look at.
Baltimore is hoping tourists will look, spend, and stay a while.
As I said, I don't know if it really attracts too many more tourists, but it'll probably keep tourists around longer.
The city is banking on the Hall of Exploration alone to bring in some $17 million a year and new tourism dollars. Add to that another $3 million in taxes for city coffers. The Columbus Center will also attract jobs. More than 400 employees will be hired to run the center. Another 700 people could find work indirectly. Altogether, the center's annual payroll will be about $32 million a year. For now, the city is just hoping that first impressions are lasting. Tim Tootin, WBAL 11 News.
Thanks, Tim. You're looking at a live shot of the tent outside in the Columbus Center, and it's grand opening ceremony going on right now inside the tent where it is dry. Actually, it just stopped raining a few minutes ago outside, so it's not bad outside right now. But everyone is being protected. Once again, open to the public at 11 o'clock. A lot of people want to know how much is it going to cost for you to come and see. It is fantastic. It's very, very impressive to be inside. We've been inside throughout the morning. 30 minutes from now, we'll be back inside. We've got a camera in there. If you want to come down, it's going to cost $7 for adults, $6 for seniors 60 plus, and for children 4 to 11 it's going to cost $5. Open today, opening day at 11 o'clock this morning to the public until 5 this evening, and then regular hours beginning tomorrow 10 o'clock in the morning till 5 o'clock, and on Friday extended hours until 8 p.m. You learn so much. You know, it's very, very impressive, and you're looking at live pictures of some of the exhibits there, interactive exhibits teaching us all about marine life, all about the water that's around us. It's an impressive structure to look at, and it's impressive to be into the Hall of Exploration, which opens to the public today. Once again, we're going to be here throughout the morning with live shots on the grand opening of the Columbus Center. Another jewel in downtown Baltimore. I'm Rob Roblin reporting live in downtown Baltimore.
Okay, thanks, Rob. Rob talked about something impressive. We've got something impressive
lab coats.
Official lab coats.
With our names on them,
That's
even.
Right.
I've never had a lab coat. Have you?
No. This is my very first one. So I get to achieve my goal of being a marine biologist.
Yes, and...
If only while I'm wearing this.
It feels good just to pretend. Here we've got
Did they waterproof
Marquez.
it? You know, it needs waterproofing today.
Yeah.
Probably
Got my
does.
name embroidered in there.
See, when I go to the game today, I'll wear this.
Yeah,
Camden Yards.
They forgot the doctor.
Dr. Marquez, Dr. Dina Napoli.
Just kidding.
Yeah, we don't deserve that,
That's
do we?
right.
All right, well, we deserve
All
a
right.
good day, but we're going to get some rain.
Yeah, it's good for, you know what it's good for? It's knocking the pollen out of the air. Boy, it's been terrible. You don't even need a pollen count to see it's high. One, sniffing and sneezing, but it's collecting on your...
Columbus Center's Hall of Exploration.
Well, you're exactly right, Mark. Of course, you know me. You know, I got to find out if there's any food in this place. And this is the Overlook Cafe right behind me up here. And way up there in the offices in the back of the Columbus Center, that's where the research goes on. And that's where all the scientists do their work. And we also want to, if you don't mind, Larry, just pan up to the fabric roof, which is the landmark of the Columbus Center. And it's a neat roof, actually, and it's to resemble a sail, a ship's sail, and of course it does. And it's kind of neat. It's been raining outside, and hey, folks, it doesn't leak. That's the good news. This is really a fantastic place. Kind of walk around and show you a little bit more, trying to show you as much as we can today. If this looks like Cunningham Falls, well, it's supposed to look like Cunningham Falls. Of course, one of the great attractions in the state of Maryland. Cunningham Falls is really, really neat, and I've done it before. If you ever get a chance to go to Cunningham Falls, do so, folks. You walk up on the rocks. It's really, a really fantastic place, and it really teaches you here so many things that we have in the state of Maryland, so much about Marine Live, interactive Marine Science Center, reflects the cutting edge of research, including everything from labs that people are doing, and then you can see the work that they are doing, and all kinds of things about marine life. Now then, let's take a walk downstairs if you don't want to. Watch out, Larry, don't trip. I'm worried about him. He's got a cable and a camera, you see. I can just walk without doing it, and I'm probably going to be the one tripping. But it's really, really a neat place, and we've shown you some of the things. Just to give you an idea of what it's like here. Beautiful, beautiful. All kinds of displays. Now we have another camera outside because the grand opening ceremonies are going on, and we want to take that shot, if you don't mind, let you know what's going on. And the good news is that the rain has stopped outside, so just a little bit of light rain out there, and that is nice. The ceremonies are started at 9:55 this morning. Douglas Marching Band marched inside the tent, so everyone is dry inside the tent, and this is a fantastic place. For the public, it is open at 11 o'clock today, so people can come in and look at the giant cell and look at the kaleidoscope and all kinds of things that are going on. Now then, ticket prices. How much does it cost you to get in? $7 for adults, $6 for seniors, 60 plus. If you're under 4 years old, you get in free. From 4 until to 11-year-old children, it's going to cost you $5. Now, it's open today to the public at 11 o'clock until 5 p.m. And then the regular hours beginning tomorrow opens up at 10 o'clock in the morning till 5, except Friday, open until 8 p.m. I'll see you down here. Back to you guys in the studio.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that, Rob. Thank you. All right, John, we'll see you then. Meanwhile, the weather is affecting Baltimore's big bicentennial celebration at the Inner Harbor tonight, but the rain did hold off long enough for thousands of people to come downtown this afternoon, many of whom volunteered in the Serve-a-thon, a big volunteer project. And now that much of the work is underway, the fun is beginning at the Inner Harbor. Beth Parker is there and joins us now live. Hi, Beth.
Hi, Dina. The people down here are definitely reaping the rewards of all their hard work today. Take a look at this. After you've been painting and scrubbing and sweeping all day, nothing better than a massage. How you feeling down there?
Feels great.
Pretty relaxing?
Yeah, it's great.
Now, this is all part of the Serve-a-thon. It's an opportunity for people to kind of get involved in the community and really to help clean up Baltimore. They had 5,000 volunteers throughout the city today, basically fixing up and cleaning up the city. We have some pictures of one of the places that the volunteers were today. It's an area that's gotten a lot of attention lately, Mount Auburn Cemetery. It's a historic cemetery. It's gotten attention because of reports of exposed grave sites, even some human bones. And the people out there were working to kind of clean things up. If you look back behind me, lots of festivities. These are all volunteers, and they're going to continue their celebration for several more hours.
Beth, thank you very much. Apologize for the audio problems there. Well, it's not too late to get in on the fun tonight. The festivities continue for the next few hours. Lots of food, music, and dancing downtown. One big change, though, the fireworks and laser show scheduled for tonight has been rescheduled for tomorrow night starting at 9 o'clock. The weather forecast for tonight calls for rain, so the big show will have to wait one more day. The festivities down at the Inner Harbor kicked off earlier this morning with the grand opening of the Columbus Center. The new Marine Science Museum and Research Center gives a multi-million-dollar boost to the downtown economy and gives you the chance to hold science in the palm of your hand. Rob Roblin reports.
Today, everyone could finally see what's inside the new building with the fabric roof. For the grand opening ceremony, there were marching bands and all kinds of dignitaries. According to the City Department of Planning, Columbus Center will bring in $17 million annually.
Just the sheer building of it meant 1,200 jobs in construction, jobs today, but this is about the jobs tomorrow.
The Hall of Exploration is the interactive Marine Science Center, which is the educational attraction. The hall informs and shows visitors the research going on in the center.
Just a few steps from where you're standing right now, pioneering scientists are figuring out how to use specially bioengineered archaea to eat toxic waste and developing treatments that could cure disease.
After over 10 years and $160 million, Columbus Center is now reality. Those who visited the hall today seemed pleased with what they saw.
We really like it. It's a beautiful facility and it's really engaging.
It's fun. People are having fun. That's the most important thing. This is serious science, but they're having fun.
And for the director of the Hall of Exploration, this day has been a long time in coming.
It's wonderful that the general public is enjoying it and seeing it and talking with our scientists, just as I always imagined it would be.
The Hall of Exploration. You can walk through a kaleidoscope, and everywhere you turn around, you can learn something about marine science. Rob Roblin, WBAL 11 News.
The Hall of Exploration is open 7 days a week. City officials are banking on the center to make downtown's Inner Harbor even more attractive to both families and tourists.
Many hope it'll be Baltimore's next big tourist attraction, and today Mayor Kurt Schmoke helped the Columbus Center kick off its grand opening.
I commit Baltimore to blast off into the world of DNA and biotechnology and dedicate Columbus Center to our proud future.
I think this is a great addition to the Inner Harbor and to Baltimore, and I think a real opportunity for kids, which is very important. So I'm thrilled it's here.
The Marine Science Center opened its doors to the public, but the $160 million facility has been open for research since 1995. Visitors got a first-hand look at more than 25 exhibits in the Hall of Exploration. More than 2,000 people are expected to visit Columbus Center this weekend. It's all part of Baltimore's bicentennial celebration. Some other bicentennial events scheduled for tonight have been canceled because of the rain. The BGE concert and fireworks show has been postponed until tomorrow night at the Inner Harbor.